Hello everyone, welcome to The Unbreakable Woman. My name is Dr. Jenny. Today we're going to talk about the conversation I had with my son. Before I go into this conversation, I want to remind you, wives, mothers, girlfriend, godchild, grandmothers, aunties, that we are the finest of all God's creation. It is a statement of fact. So I had a conversation with my son today. He was coming back from work and he called me. We started talking. He asked me a question. He said, "Mommy, why should children take care of their parents? Why should children take care of their parents?" My answer was straight from Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. Let's read this so that will give us a context to this conversation. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1, it says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right." It says, "Honor your father and your mother, which is the first commandment with a promise." It goes on to say, "That it may be well with you and you may live long on earth." Listen to this again. "Honor your father and your mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it may be well with you and you may live long on earth." So actually, it's a commandment that has a promise to it. When you obey taking care of your parents, when you obey taking care of your father and your mother, then it will be well with you and you will live long on earth. You see, some people think that taking care of your parents is only financial help. Yeah, largely financial help. But there are other ways that you can help your parents. Maybe your parents are well-to-do. They have 401k, they have money stacked up in a foreign exchange, and they have every boat tied up when it comes to their finances. There are ways you can help by checking up on them, by buying food for them, by taking them to the hospital, by taking them to their appointments, by being there, helping to mow the lawns, helping to clean up their house, being there with your presence. That is another way of helping your parents. That is another way of honoring your parents, so it will be well with you. I went on to tell him that there are prayers that you don't pray. The prayers of a mother, the prayer of a father, you don't pray for those blessings. They naturally come to you because of what you do for your parents, because of what you do for your grandparents, because of what you do for the elderly. It naturally comes to you. Those blessings comes to you. You don't pray for it. The blessing of a mother, the blessing of a father, "My son, may the Lord bless you." You don't buy that in the market. No matter how much money you have, you don't buy that in the market. It comes naturally when your mom says, "May my God bless you." The Lord blesses you indeed. Let me give you this story. And I told him, I said, I remember my grandmother from my mom's side. I was there when she died. They said I looked like her. I was really young when she died. My father's mom, I lived with her for a while. And there was a time I came back to the village. She was locked up in the house. I was like, "Where is she?" They said, "Oh, she's somewhere there in the room. She's not coming out." And when I brought her out, cleaned her, took her to the shower, washed her up and cut her hair, she was blessing me. Now she started losing her memories. She thought I was the oldest sister or daughter. So fast forward years later, when I was going through divorce, I met a friend here who didn't know me from back home, from Africa. She didn't know me. When I was going through my divorce, she had a dream that two old women came to her. According to her, she woke me up by 6 a.m. She called me. And if somebody calls you by 6 a.m., you will think something is wrong. She called me by 6 a.m. This was 2004, not 40, maybe 2013 or 12. She said, Jane, get up. I got up. She said, I had a dream that 2 old women came to my dream. They told me to tell you that the divorce you're going through, nothing is going to happen to you. That they are watching out for me. She asked them, who are they? They told her that this was the mom's mom and the father's mom. That my 2 grandmothers, that when they were alive, I took care of them. So it's time for them to take care of me. This lady did not know me anywhere from back home. I never discussed anything about my late grandmothers with her. She gave me the description of my mom's mom and gave me the description of my dad's mom. I started crying. The way they said my divorce was going to go was the way it went. Nothing happened to me. You see, the reason why I'm saying this is I told my son, I said, what I did years ago, what I did for these grandmothers, unknowingly to them, to me, I didn't know that what I did was in the atmosphere. Whether you believe in the ancestors or you don't, what I'm trying to get at here is, whatever you do, whether good or bad, is in the atmosphere. Whatever you do is hovering over you. It's going to come in today. It's going to come later on in life. So if you know, the Bible says, he who knows how to do good and does not do it, to him it is evil. I told my son, I said, you didn't ask to come to this world, but here you are. So you make use of what is here with you, what is available to you. I said, you cannot say, I have made money, then you let your parents suffer. Or you let your mom, who has been there for you, to suffer, because this is American culture. And he was like, one of my friends, the parents, he said he's not going to take care of his parents. I said, no, that boy is laying up curses upon his head. My book I'm writing now, I'm not going to tell you the title, but it says, one of the things I'm talking about there is how your words and your and how you as a parent, how your words and actions becomes your children's reality. So I'm talking about our children in my next book. So watch out for that. It's coming out very soon. It says, children, obey your parents in the law, for this is right. Honor your father and your mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it might be well with you and you might live long on earth. You might live long on earth. So when you take care of your parents, even if they have all the money in the world, there are things that you will do for your parents. Your elderly parents. That's why I'm against people who take their money to churches and their parents are suffering in the village, and you wonder why things are not moving fine for you. You wonder things are not going well with you, because you're taking your money, you're planting your seed on a stony ground. You're planting your seed on a rocky ground. It's not going to germinate. Your parents need your money. I went further to tell my son, I said, I take care of my mom, not because I am the best loved child. Far from it. I do what I do for my mom, not because I am the best child. No, I do what I do for her because I have a history with her. I know where I'm coming from with her. I know how she suffered for me to be who I am now. And the blessings I have enjoyed also came from the things that I do for her. Givers never lack. People who have fisted hands like this are the ones that lack. People who say, I can never do this, I can never do that, are the ones that lack. It says, the Bible says, Ephesians, it says, so that you may live long on earth. If you want to live long on earth, as a child, as a man, as a woman, look for your elderly parents. I don't care about American laws. I don't care about American society that says the parents have to be on their own. The parents, when they get old, you have to put them in a nursing home. Take care of your parents. If it's in your power, even if you don't have that time to take care of them physically, even if they're in the nursing home, make sure they're well taken care of. Make sure their needs and their wants, everything is there adequately taken care of. Because everybody don't have the time. We from Africa, take care of your elderly parents back home. Don't be flaunting your wealth on the internet and your aged parents are in the village suffering. I remember there's somebody back home I used to take care of. You know why I stopped? Because the son bought a flight ticket and came to the US to engage his girlfriend. The son is a movie star. The son has money. The son built a mansion in Lagos. And me, I was scrambling to help the parents. I was scrambling to help the father. When I found out that the son has money, I stopped. Why should I be doing what your son should be doing for you? You can't be on the internet flaunting your wealth, then your aged parents are suffering. I told my son, I said, the prayer I pray for you every morning, you can't buy that in the market. Every time you go out, I prophesy goodness and mercy on you. I prophesy God's favor on you. You can't buy that in the market. Whenever you do something for me, I say, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord increase you. You can't buy that in the market. That He may be well with you and you may live long on earth. If you want to live long, if you want it to be well with you, then start taking care of your elderly parents. Start taking care of your mom. Start taking care of your dad. Sure, let me give this story before I close. I heard of a woman who died, and she gave almost all her wealth, all her money to her son. She was involved in a car accident. The son didn't want to use the money the mom left for him to bury his mom. It was the goddaughter that buried his mom for him. You see, he took the money to squander. And I'm happy that he has children of his own, because guess what? What goes around comes around. When it's time for him to be buried, his children will not be there for him. His children will not be there to bury him. That it may be well with you, so that you may live long on earth. If you want to live long, if you want it to be well with you, take care of your parents. Take care of your aged parents. Take care of them. Love them. There are a lot of them that you can love from a distance. Some of them you can't live with them. But you can love them. You can show concern. You can show love towards them. That it may be well with you and you will live long on earth. Take care of the elderly. Take care of the elderly in your community. Take care of the elderly in your society. Because that's how you get blessings from the Lord. Because these type of blessings, they are not in the market. They come from the seed that you sow. And you reap them later on. That's why there are people who work hard. They don't struggle. And some other people work so hard, they struggle. You know the difference? Is the grace. You know the difference? The seed that they have sown years and years ago. I said to my son, I said, the things that we're enjoying now, I sowed the seed. So if I didn't sow the seed, you won't be enjoying where you are now. You won't be an American citizen right now. I suffered. So when I ask for something, yeah, I want it. When I say I need something, yes, I want it, because I have sown the seed in your life. I will talk to you next time. Remember that the Lord is the strength of a woman, and nobody's going to love you more than you love yourself. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channels. My books are on Amazon.com. This one is Women's 10 Rules for a Happy Life, and The Hidden Diary of a Bishop's Wife, My Untold Truth, and A Constipated Life. This is my newest book. Go and support your girlfriend. I will talk to you next time. Take care of yourself, and please do take care of each other. From my book, A Constipated Life. Get a copy on Amazon.com. What is your greatest achievement in life? Is it your beauty, handsomeness, accolades, or the way you carry or talk about yourself? Is it the friends you hang out with or your family's riches? Well, let me tell you that your greatest achievement should be, first and foremost, knowing God. That is your spiritual journey with God. The Bible says, without God, you can do nothing. This means that in Him you can do all things. In Him you can live an unconstipated life. Finding God in your life should be your greatest accomplishment. The Bible also says, in Him we live, in Him we move, and in Him we have our being. Outside of God, you can never accomplish anything meaningful. You can never run away from God, because He is everywhere and in everything. Get a copy of my book on Amazon.com.